happened to a $5 footlong?
The last time it was $5 and it was a foot long for just that $5 was a very long time ago.
I'm officially too poor for KFC.
$55. $55 for a 16-piece meal.
A few chicken tenders is $20 with no sides, no drink at a drive-thru? That's bonkers.
Can someone tell me why this chicken sandwich, an order of french fries, and this drink, look at it, literally the size of my hand, okay, this is a small drink, was $17.59.
You're a content creator, and I don't believe that you really mad that that meal cost $17.59. Because if you did, you wouldn't have bought it. You can't convince me that if somebody sees something that they deem in their mind to be too expensive, that they buy it anyway. Who does that?
No side, no drink, no cookie, $18.61. 18 doll hairs and 61 cents for a fucking footlong? What happened to $5?
I haven't been to KFC in a minute, and I'm sure many of you as well, especially with the high prices at many of these fast food restaurants these days. But one individual found that out for himself. He wanted to get his family a 16-piece chicken meal. And when he took one look at the price, he immediately was in disbelief. Take a look at this video for yourself. Have a look at this.
Yeah, she done lost that damn mind.
Watch. $55. $55 for a 16-piece meal. I've paused it and zoomed in on it for you. Take a look at that. $55.19 for fast food, Kentucky Fried Chicken. If you didn't get a chance to look at the rest of the menu because he panned so fast, take a look for a 12-piece. That's $43. An 8-piece, $33. And for tenders, $33.29. 12-piece, $43.19. And as you see, $55.19. So basically, in a nutshell, a bucket of chicken at KFC is over $50. Who can afford to eat this stuff? You might as well go to a restaurant if you're going to spend $50. I mean, think about it. The average household, $55.19 for 16 pieces of chicken is just totally insane.
Oh my goodness, yo, KFC, you wildin', KFC. I know I haven't eaten in KFC in years. I can't remember. But the craziest thing is, yo, the tender prices are insane. Like, yo, who's paying these prices, man? Like, KFC ain't that good. I mean, I used to only back in the day, I used to like the honey barbecue wings from KFC. But the actual chicken, like, yo, Popeyes is better than that. Now, I can only imagine how much Popeyes probably costs. But man, that is absolutely insane, man. Are you still buying KFC and are you paying those prices? And I'm like him. If I'm spending that much, now this is my thing. When it comes to my groceries, yo, I'm gonna buy what I need to buy. The price is the price. Like I work hard enough to be able to afford what the price is and budget and take care of my finances to a degree that I account for increases in price. That's just what I do. And I think that that's what financially responsible people are doing in today's day and age. However, when it comes to fast food, this is where I draw the line. This is where I draw the line because it's not even that good. Like when I was young, when I was a kid, when it was cheap, that was kind of the appeal. It was cheap, quick, fast food. But you lose the cheap part and it's just not worth it. I think about all the time. Like one of the things that I buy often is fries. I love the fries that come from Checkers or Rally's, depending on where you come from. And you can go get a little large fry and it's going to cost you about $7 versus I can go to my grocery store and for $4.99, I could get a bag and eat on it for a whole couple of weeks. So to me, there's just those decisions when it comes down to, do you want the food to be cheaper or do you just want the convenience of being able to get it really, really fast? Because I've seen a lot of people talk about food prices, but I don't think you would spend 50 something dollars in the grocery store if you were to actually go and get that 16 pieces of chicken, and in this case the 16 tenders. Like, man, you can get way more for that and you're not going to spend nowhere near that. But then it's about, are you willing to cook it yourself? See, it's always going to be a sacrifice that has to be made. But to me, it ain't even no question. I ain't paying $55 at no KFC. Never have and never will.
I know inflation's insane and I expect the prices of things to go up. What happened to a $5 footlong? I got this from my fiance because she said, if you buy me Subway, I'll do dishes. And I love the barter system. So I go, right? I get a footlong Subway sandwich. She wanted bacon on it. Cool. $3 extra for 4 pieces of microwave bacon. Insane. I'll let it slide. No side, no drink, no cookie. $18.61. 18 doll hairs and 61 cents for a fucking footlong? What happened to $5 footlong? Here's my final message. Fuck you, Jared, for touching those kids. I hope you rot in hell. Fuck you, Subway, for making me pay $18 for this.
Oh my goodness. So first off, you know I got to do it. The nose ring again. What's up with the septum rings? When did this become so popular? I feel like septum rings are like the new tattoo, where back in the day, only a few people had tattoos and the next thing you know, everybody is inked up. I hope the septum ring don't catch off like that, but it seems like it's already too late, man. I mean, it seems like all of these Gen Zers, they're like, put a ring in my nose, please. But yo, $18 for the Subway, like my man said, or as he said it, 18 doll hairs. 18 doll hairs. Yeah, man, that's way too much. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't eaten a Subway that I've spent any money myself on since it was $5. I like the little jingle, $5 foot long. And the last time it was $5 and it was a foot long for just that $5 was a very long time ago. Oh, probably a decade ago. The last time I remember being able to enjoy that. So I can't even imagine. Like I've had Subway, since then, but it's always been on somebody else's treat. And I can imagine, I know that it ain't $5. And I'm very appreciative when they do make that investment in that sub. I definitely didn't know it was hitting for the 18. And if you remove the $3 for that bacon, because we don't eat that over here, I don't do that. But no shade to those that do. I'll take some turkey bacon any day. But y'all, you can keep the pork bacon, baby. But yeah, $3 for some bacon on a sub, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
I'm officially too poor for KFC. I am making pulled pork sandwiches for dinner tonight, and my family wanted coleslaw, specifically the coleslaw from KFC. So after I left the grocery store, I went to KFC and I ordered 3 sides of coleslaw and a kid's chicken nugget meal because I was hungry. I hadn't eaten all day. 3 sides of coleslaw and a kid's meal was, guess how much? Oh wait, just guess. $36. $36 for 3 sides of coleslaw and a chicken nugget kids meal. Like, what is this world coming to? I don't even understand how they can justify charging so much for coleslaw and 5 of the tiniest chicken nuggets I have ever seen in my life. Like, I'll show you, like, just look at that. That is the tiniest little nuggets I have ever seen in my life. And then I got like a half order of fries. It was the smallest kids meal I've ever seen. Cold fries. I didn't get my drink. I didn't even realize that I didn't get my drink because it was supposed to be a Capri Sun. I didn't even realize I didn't get it until like I'd already driven away, and it's just a Capri Sun, so like whatever. But you're charging $36 and you're not even giving people their complete order. 3 sides of coleslaw and a kids meal, $36. That is just crazy.
Now, I know I haven't been at KFC for a very long time because the last time I went to KFC, the nuggets didn't look like this. Let me bring it up. Where she showed it? They didn't look like that. They used to be lightly breaded. Like, I don't know. I haven't eaten a nugget from KFC in probably 20 years. So I don't know when they made that change, but man, oh man. This is something interesting here. Let me bring it back. Let me put her back on the screen because I find this to be a contradiction. Here's the contradiction. She went for 3 things of coleslaw and some nuggets, and it cost her, my guess was 30. What was your guess? It ultimately came out to be 36. She should have got a Capri Sun. We saw in another video that those hitting for about $2. But this is the thing. If you're this outraged at the price of the food, Why are you buying it? That's the part that it don't add up for me, because when I walk into a restaurant, a fast food restaurant, and I see the price and I'm like, damn, that costs a lot. I'm walking out the door. I'm not just like, damn, that costs a lot. Here's my credit card. And let me get in the car and pull out my phone and let the world know, oh my God, can y'all believe how expensive this is? Are you a content creator? Are you really, really hurting? Because if you're really hurting, if you really got a problem with how expensive those doggone nuggets and that KFC coleslaw and that Capri Sun that you left, you ain't even go back and get it. And you complaining about the price? I ain't buying it. I'm not buying it that you hurting that bad. You left something at the store and didn't go back and get it? It ain't making no sense to me.
Can someone tell me why this chicken sandwich, an order of french fries, and this drink, look at it, literally the size of my hand, okay, this is a small drink, was $17.59. Shake Shack, like this, that tastes like it came out of a machine, one of those stupid freestyle machines that has 17,000 flavors in it. It sure isn't for the branding on the bag, because there is none. Okay, I guess the presentation and eating it in your car is kind of cute, but not $17 cute. Like, what? And the $17. I'm sure there's a reason, right? Like, there has to be a reason why Shake Shack was just $17.
Hey, I'm going to say it again. I don't care if I do sound like a broken record. You're a content creator, and I don't believe that you really mad that meal cost $17.59. Because if you did, you wouldn't have bought it. You can't convince me that if somebody sees something that they deem in their mind to be too expensive, that they buy it anyway. Who does that? No rational, logical, financially responsible person is going to say, oh, I'm planning to buy this thing. They go to buy the thing and it costs more than they're willing to pay. And they say, you know what? I'm going to buy it anyway, because when I get in the car, I can pull out my phone and just tell them, well, I got you on the latest price. Is that the world that we living in now? Like, yo, you don't know hurting. You don't know what it's like when something is really too expensive, because when it's really too expensive, you can't even buy it. But let's be real. Are fast food prices up there, expensive, costly, way more than it was in the past? Most definitely. But I just find it so ironic that people will say all of this stuff online while they're holding the meal in their hands. If it's that costly for you, why did you buy it anyway? That's the part that don't make no sense, because to this point, I know Shake Shack has been expensive. I remember years ago when I was still working in corporate in New York, first time I was ever introduced to Shake Shack. Enjoyed it. Back then, I'm working for the company. I'm swiping the card. I don't care how expensive it costs, because we can cover it, baby. But I promise you this, fast forward some few years, and they finally got a Shake Shack in my state. I was like, oh, bet. I remember how good it was in New York. Let me go get it. I walk into the store. I look at the menu, and I'm like, well, damn, I'm not about to pay no $15 for no damn burger. And I walked the hell up out of there and I ain't look back. And every time I drive past it, I don't even look to the left, because Shake Shack, you ain't getting my $15 for no damn burger. That's what it looks like when you deem something to be too expensive. Not you roll on in there anyway, you make the purchase, hand them your card, and you get out in the car and you complain like it's hurting you. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I don't believe you.
Okay, so I actually just left a drive-thru without buying anything because I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken and I said, I'll just take some chicken tenders. And they're like, okay, there's like a 4 or 6, whatever. I was going to get, I think it was 6 chicken tenders. And they're like, that will be $20. And I was like, I didn't even get fries or a drink, literally just chicken tenders. And I was like, that is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, I'm so sorry, but I can't do that. That's bonkers. So I had to say, no, thank you. I think I'll just starve today. I'm going to actually go get a taco at Taco Bell because it's not $20 for one taco. I know that. I was like, for a few chicken tenders is $20 with no sides, no drink at a drive-thru? That's bonkers. What's the most expensive fast food that you've bought lately?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a rational American, a rational human being. This is what I'm talking about. If it's really too expensive, you're leaving. That's all I was saying. Like, I don't believe the other people. I don't believe you. You're crying. You're a content creator. You're not really bothered by the cost. This right here is an example of somebody that truly deems the price of those tenders, $20. Get out of here. KFC. That's why I don't be eating there. You crazy if I'm about to spend $20 for some tenders at KFC. Get up out of here. Not gonna be able to do it. And this is what I mean. If it's really too expensive, you're not buying it. You're pulling your butt up out that drive-through. You walking up out the store and you going somewhere else where the food is more affordable. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's what we do when it really costs too much. That's just my take. Like she said, let me know what's the most you paid recently for fast food, or more specifically, why don't you tell me the last time you went into a fast food restaurant was like, damn, that cost too much, and you walked on up out of there. Let me know about that, because I think that is what I want to know more about than the last time you bought something expensive, and then like these people, you're like, oh, it's so expensive, I can't believe it, but you still bought it anyway. Nah, don't be one of those people. Don't be one of those. But yo, you already know. You ain't got to subscribe, baby. You'll do that in due time if you want to, only if you want to. But I do want you to continue watching. If you enjoy this content, become a part of the fam. There's a video on screen for you to watch another one so we can continue to have this party, baby. Until next time, I'm Jay. Stay blessed.